Alright guys, welcome back to another Feed the Beast episode playing the Ultimate Pack, and it's on a server, not single player. We are on multiplayer. Um, so I left off last episode which turned out to be a 54-minute episode. There's a squid drowning, um, which that was crazy. I didn't think it would be near that long, but here is the main tunnel. I said I was going to get that turtle to dig, which he did, and I got just a ladder going all the way down. I guess we can go down a little bit. And something I noticed, I'm not sure if it's a glitch or what, but the floor, the bedrock floor is all flat. It's not lumpy like it sometimes is, and I'm not sure if it's this biome, which is Forested Hills. Don't know. But I got him to dig down here. Nice bit of resources he got. Um, Lots of stuff. But what I'm going to do with this now, I think, is have turtles mine shafts and deposit their items in chests in the main shaft. Like have a bunch of branches coming off of a main shaft, which I will need a separate program for because the tunnel command that they have, they don't return the items. They stay where they are when they're finished, which is not good. Almost at the top here. But that'll be a later project. Right now I've got a source of ores coming in. So this is where I did make my main base. The village is just over there at 146 away. But yeah, this is our main area, these big cliffs. I love it. It is the nicest area. I made these little bridges going across to the other land masses. I don't have anything here yet. I'm not sure what I'll put here, if I'll put anything. It's a little lumpy terrain. It's not as flat as this other island was over here. This was a nice island. Or I guess nice cliff. Made this bridge. This is just copper wire. Didn't attach to the wood, but it looks kind of like ropes, so I might do something else with that later. And this is where I set up base. I've got some bee stuff going here, just kind of mishmashed. I just extended this out to this little platform here. The cliff ended here, so I just made this go out a bit, just so I would have more area for storage. And I've got stuff here to eat some food. There's cliffs all around here. That cliff right there, actually, that is a really nice cliff. I think I might bridge over there from here. Really nice cliff over there too. And then I think that's the end of the mountains around here. Got some plant-based stuff here. The volume's a little loud. Natural stuff is in this chest. Tools and machines so far of what I've got. Blocks and stuff. Records. Got a few records here so far. Let's play this one. Let's play some blocks. Grabbed a beehive, and I'll show you how I did that. Just have some bees here. And I've got my carpenter and my centrifuge, which is full of good stuff. Had that running a bit. And these guys here, which I'd never used before, they're called Stirling engines, and they're coal-fired, or charcoal, or coal coke. And they work pretty good. They're not too bad. I'm not sure if they overheat. I never did see them get above blue. And they don't require any cooling. Let's just see this here. And they produce 1 millijoule Minecraft joule per tick. I always call them millijoules. I've just got a generator here with coal coke. Coal coke produces 16,000 EUs. I think a coal piece only produces 8,000 EUs, maybe. And then we've got a generator here, and I made myself a backpack for this guy. This is how I'm getting my ores right now. This is a miner. Miner is pretty easy to make. Don't know what that button does. Miner is just mining pipe, machine block circuit. Mining pipe is just refined iron and a tree tap, which is quite expensive, but these are reusable. You don't ever use these up in the miner. So basically what it does is it digs a shaft straight down. Music's a little loud. Wow, 2%, and that's how loud it is. Um, so it digs a shaft straight down with this pipe, and the mining drill is like the drill bit that's at the end, I guess. And then it's powered by energy, which I have it wired directly from the MFE here. But you can move this guy around. That's why I have the bat pack for, like if I wanted to set it up over there somewhere, I could just charge up the bat pack and put it in. So what it does is it drills down the mining pipes and it makes this shaft, and these are the pipes here, and it goes all the way down to bedrock, and then it'll stop. And you stick in one of these cards. If you don't stick in a card, um, it will just dig straight down and it won't get any ore. But if you stick in these scanners, there's two of them, the OV scanner and the OD scanner. The OD scanner will mine all the ores in a 5x5 area centered on the drill, and OV will do 9x9, I believe, centered on the drill. So with that kind of numbers, you get a chest that looks like this by the time it hits bedrock, which it's pretty close now. It's probably 15 blocks away from the bedrock. But this is basically everything that it's mined up in that entire time. And I've only done one more set of these. I just set it up over there before, and I got a good chest full of stuff here. I got an iron furnace here cooking up some glass. I've got a project table with all the good stuff in it. This guy here, this is called an obsidian chest, and it is just a diamond chest surrounded by obsidian. So I'm not sure. I think it's got the same volume. I think it's 3, 3, and 3, which is 9 by 12, I believe is what it is. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. I think that's the same volume as a diamond chest, so I'm not sure if the obsidian makes it like blast resistant or if I can even break it now. I haven't tried breaking it. But I don't know. Looks cool. I've got some farm stuff and some random redstone. Got two more project tables here. This is all the loot I got. I did a whole bunch of exploring, as you might be able to see. I marked off most of it. There's a spawner. Ooh, my laptop's fallen over. There's a spawner straight ahead there. Village there, temple there, village, jungle temple, wisp spawner, another village. I probably found half a dozen villages at least. And this is all the loot I got from them. Whew! Holy shit, I didn't know that a shovel did that. That's another thing I found, is a shovel of the earth mover. That's enough of this record. Holy crap. Okay, this shovel of the earth mover, which is a oh, Jesus. Oh, this is perfect. It's a Xycraft thing, and what it does is when you mine, or not when you mine, when you dig one block and it'll dig a 3x3, or is it 2x3? It must be 2x3, and it brings all the dirt towards you. Which is cool, but I didn't know that it had a right-click function that it'll place dirt. That's awesome. Alright. I also got some thaumium pickaxes, stuff like that. Lots of saddles, and these logic matrix programmers, which I don't think I have any use for yet. And this guy, which is a material emancipation grid, which I think is from the Portal mod. If you played the Portal game, it's the thing that was right before the elevator that went up that would cancel off your portals and would vaporize any robots or whatever you had carrying on you that wasn't the portal gun. But I guess it's unfinished. Do not use. It'll probably crash the hell out of the server. This is mob drops. This is lots of enchantment books. Nothing special though. Nothing that I really I'm excited for. Flame 1, Protection 3, Aquafinity, Unbreaking Smite, Blast Protection, Fire Aspect, Blast Protection. I guess Fire Aspect and Blast Protection are okay, but eh. Alumentum, Nitor, bunch of knowledge fragments, couple pages, which is part of Xycraft. We'll get into that later, possibly. This guy here, Hoffy, put this down. He wants to trade for these power armor items, which power armor is. I'm not sure if that's the actual name of the mod pack. Let's have a quick nap here. I thought I saw something. Quick nap. Alright, so power armor. This is called a tinker table. A tinker table is really easy to make. Just need a bit of caving done to get some lapis and an emerald. I guess you could trade a villager or find one in a loot chest, and that makes this power armor tinker table. And what you do is you open this up, and if you have a power suit item here, you can upgrade it. So you basically get, I think, like, it'll have jetpacks and stuff in it. I'm not sure. I'm not going to get into that now. I've got armor that I found in chests that I'm going to wear out first. That'll be for a later day. Also, I found this guy, which is super lucky because a portal gun's expensive to make. Found it in a, yeah, because you need the mini black hole, which is another star, so super lucky that I found that. Found it in a Xycraft thing, which I don't think I can see any here. It's a little obsidian structure. It's got a wisp spawner underneath it. That's probably what that is over there, 340 meters away. It's a little obsidian structure. It's 5 by 5, I think, and then probably 3 or 4 high, with a chest in the middle and then a wisp spawner underneath. So it's a little dangerous because those wisps can be pretty crazy. But this was in there, which is awesome. Best loot I found yet. So what do I want to show? What did I want to show? There's something, I can't find it though. What I wanted to show. I think that's about everything around here. Got a macerator here. Hoffy made it for me for, I sold him some bees. Where the hell is it? Oh, this is part of Xycraft stuff. I guess we can take a quick look. So it's basically books. No, actually, no. We'll get into that another day. Nope. Not going to tell you. Because I don't even fully understand it. And I'm looking for something. Shoot, man. Is it here? Shoot. Maybe I put it in one of my cloth bags. No. Nothing in them. It is not here. Definitely not there. I thought it was in this chest. Just double checking. Oh, good. What the hell? What the hell? Well, that sucks. Oh, I know where I put it. Okay. Oh, yeah, and this is nether stuff. That book takes you to the nether. So, something I found, I kind of stumbled upon, I had no idea what it was. It is called a ghost block. Ooh. And it's made very strangely, rotten flesh and this camouflage paste. Rotten flesh or wools. I'm not sure why rotten flesh is part of it, but this camouflage paste is 2 black dye, 2 red dye, 2 green dye, 2 yellow dye, and a dirt block. Or a sand block. Or stairs, or clay. A very strange recipe. Or, oh no, I guess that kind of duplicates it, I guess. You take the camouflage paste and you make it with wool and stairs. Whatever, that's weird, but you get these ghost blocks. And how these ghost blocks work are, they are there but they're not really there. Dun-dun. So this is a ghost block here. And I've got a couple in here. Show you what that guy is. So let's go out here. So it looks like just like a kind of stone gray wool kind of thing, but you place it on the ground and it automatically morphs into the blocks that are closest to it. So I put it down and it turns into a dirt block. If I put it down here, it will turn into a leaf block, which is really cool because you can still pass through it. You can't really tell, I guess, from here, but you can pass through it. Now let's try some other blocks here. I think I tried it on here. Yes, and you do get a fake furnace, which is pretty cool because you can make it look like you've got a wall of furnaces, but you've only got a couple that are real. So you can pass right through them, and they don't function as that block. Like this is not now a furnace. And then you just break it, and I think the axe seems to break it the quickest, which is pretty cool. Depending on what block you place it on, it will morph into that. Some blocks are very odd, like this guy I tried here. He turned himself into a copper wire block somehow, which is weird, but that's what I got here. I just have 2 high here, and I got this little secret room, and then what I have here now is a hidden chest, and this hidden chest is made with these ghost blocks. Nope, that's not what it's called. What is it called? This guy here, secret camo chest. So how that is it is just camouflage paste with wool or zombie flesh on a chest, and let's just take this guy out. That's what I had left. Let's bust him. So I think he works the same way. If I put him in the dirt here, he turns into a dirt block. If I put him on the stone, he turned into a stone block. So I'm not sure if it's... yeah, seems to be what he's placed on top of. Like I placed it with my cursor on that dirt block, but he's still turned into a stone block. So what it seems to be is what they're placed on top of or near. So yeah, that is pretty awesome. Like now we've got this guy, and he actually behaves as a block, so you wouldn't know that he's not there. But he still functions as a chest, and it doesn't make a sound, which is pretty cool. So now I've got a secret chest here that I can put secret things in. If I was on a bigger server and I was scared of people stealing, I could definitely do that. Which, funny enough, last night I had a weird dream that Hoffy let a bunch of people on the server, and they started griefing everything. It's kind of scary. Did this stop now? Oh yeah, so this must have hit something. Because it stopped using energy. And apparently on the Reddits, not on the Reddits, on the wikis, they say that if you place a pump beside it, it will, and fill it with cells, it will pump stuff out. Like I've got it powered and everything. But I noticed that it just fills it up to here, and it doesn't actually fill the cells for whatever reason. And the miner will stop when it hits water or lava, so not sure what's causing that, but well, so that's the ghost blocks. What else? Oh, Enderman, let's kill somebody. Where is that? It's creepy. It's right under here. What I had in mind right now is something I want to try. Whoa, where the hell did you come from? Where did you come from? That is weird. There's torches here. Definitely couldn't have spawned. Maybe he spawned here. Could he walk up here? No. Huh. Can he walk up here? Oh, he could walk here. We can't get through here. Weird. Not sure where he came from. Something new in this mod is, well, maybe it's not in this mod pack. I think it's in the Minecraft pack. I think it was just an update. Is more Xycraft stuff. Those Xycraft crystals that you find so plentiful now have quite extensive uses. All these Xycoriums are turned into things, and among those new additions is something called a multi-tank. And the multi-tank is basically like the red power tanks. I think it's red power, or no, it's railcraft. Railcraft tanks are what the other tanks are with the iron and the walls and stuff. But how these guys work is a bit easier. Basically, all you have to do, according to the wiki, now I'm not sure if this is going to work because I don't know if I did it right. What you have to do is you have to have a frame of solid blocks, and the frame is like the corners, the edges of solid blocks that cannot be moved by an Enderman, so that is not dirt, and can't be gravel or sand because they fall. I'm not sure if an Enderman can move stone or cobblestone. I hope not, because there's a lot of cobblestone here. And then the walls can be made of anything solid or opaque or transparent. And that should have done it, but it didn't done it. There we go. So this is, now it is a tank, basically like a railcraft tank. You can see this blue grid that came across it, and it all kind of, the glass morphed into one globule. And I think if we right click, yeah, we have an inventory. So it'll hold 11 million volume units, which is 11,000, like it's 1/1000th of it is a bucket. So what I wanted that for is because I've got this coke oven, and he's full now, almost full. So now we can have him pump in here. Yeah, and this is awesome. I mean, it's got the same interface as a railcraft tank. You can see what's in it. So I'm going to fill it with creosote oil. And that was easy. That was real easy. So I guess cobblestone works. Cobblestone and stone. Not dirt. You can't have dirt. So you have to remove all the dirt from the walls and from the edges. And then these two valves, I placed one down here. We need some light up in his O. One's down here, and one is up at the top, so that'll be the input, this will be the output. And with these tanks, as opposed to the railcraft tanks, it can only draw out of the tank up to the point of the lowest valve. So if this valve was like 3 blocks high, like if it was on this level here, it would not be able to pull any liquid out below in these 2 blocks, so it would stay there. So that's why this guy's on the most bottom level. I'm not sure if I'll have to move him underneath. I really hope not. But these guys can then be broken without destroying what's inside. I can break the walls and everything, no problem. It's the valves that store the information. So if this was full of liquid and I broke the walls, the valves would keep the information in them. And when I right-click them back, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that the liquid would return. But if you break the valves, since I have 2 valves, you break one, it'll lose half the information. You break the other, and it's all gone. So I'm going to quickly here make some waterproof pipe. I think I have some cactus here. There are zombies. Holy shit, where are they? Let's get some torches here. There must be a little cave under here. Huh, we'll have to explore that sometime. Where's my cactus? Cactus. Oh, hell. I guess I better plant them. Huh. Let's put one down. Let's cook one. Cook one. Let's waste charcoal. No, sir. Let's just use some wood here. So let's, we'll need wooden pipe to extract it. And I have no stone or cobblestone. I'm not sure if I'll need a engine on the pipe. I hope not. I really hope not. Because that is just a pain to make. Alright, let's make a wooden transport. What? Oh yeah. There we go. Alright, let's stick this guy on. See if he fills up. I think I should just be able to do this. Looks like that'll work, but it looks like I will need a pump, so we will need to make an engine. Or not a pump, engine, which I think redstone should do. Then we'll have to wait for that cactus to grow. I guess we just need one. That shouldn't take too long. Let's make us a redstone engine. I think I have that recipe memorized. No wood here, but we will need glass, which I have. And wood. And a piston. Need one of that. Refined iron and tin. Don't need that, we need regular iron. Here we go. Yeah. So this is all temporary-ish storage. I don't plan on keeping it like this forever, certainly, but for now it'll do until I get a huge influx of resources. I always do this. I always make it backwards. Don't know why. Let's just put those guys there. And wood gears, that's what we need. 1, 2. 1, 2. Boop. 2. Alright. So I was having some troubles with the launcher not working. Not the launcher, but the client, actually. It wouldn't run. It would open the main page, and then I could open a world, and I could move around, and I could place blocks. I could place torches and everything else, but for some reason I couldn't open an inventory, a chest, a crafting bench, my own inventory, which I thought was very weird, and it did not make any sense to me. Let's grab you. So I was looking through the error codes, and it kept saying, what did it say? Java language null pointer exception, with it, which I took to mean that the cursor was giving an error. Jesus, there's a lot of stuff there. I thought null pointer exception meant that something was wrong with the cursor placement or something similar. Hey, that's cool. I can place that there. Awesome. Is that gonna fill that? I hope not. So I didn't know what the hell that meant. And I was on forums and stuff, and then it hit me. I got my new dual monitor, and it was, okay, let's dig here. It was opening Minecraft in the second window, like on my new screen. So I thought, well, maybe there's the problem. And it turns out that was, oh shit. What is this cobblestone here? What in the hell? What in the hell? Oh, this is where oh, I know what this is. This is where I had the miner set up the first time. Jesus. So, because Minecraft was opening in my second window, it, for some reason, doesn't recognize where the cursor is completely. Like I had, if I, oh shit. If I maximize the Minecraft window on my second screen, which I don't have now, it only moves the cursor around certain parts of the screen. Like I can't reach the top of the Minecraft window to look at recipes and stuff, which is bizarre. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not sure how to fix it, so I just left it, but I realized that if I open Minecraft on my main window and then move it over, it works. Jesus! Yes, angry guy, he's gonna be back. If I move it over, it works, but I can't maximize it, but I can still play it on the second screen, so it works, but it's weird. Very weird. Oh shit, here he is. Nothing. Oh well, I did get one ender pearl, but from a while ago. Yeah, so this cactus, is he gonna grow? I wish you could bone meal them. That would be lovely. But unfortunately you can't. Let's reset this while we're waiting for that cactus to grow. So to reset it, to get it to bring up the pipe, I think you just take the drill out. Yes, but it still needs energy, so it will take energy from there. You can take the card out too. And then what it does, it just deposits the pipes into the side inventory. And you'll see eventually the drill rig will come up and it'll be done. You can break it. You need a wrench though because it is railcraft, or not railcraft, industrial craft. You'll need the IC wrench. Same with the pump, which did not work. When I get a jetpack, I think I'm going to take a look down there just to see what I did run into. Let's go grab a wrench now, I guess. I did make an electric wrench right off the bat. Skipped that old bronze wrench. Showed that who's boss. Yeah, I don't know why this pump doesn't work the way it should. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to work and I just don't get it. I don't know. So we'll be done with this guy here. We're gonna move it since it does a 9x9 radius, or a 9x9 diameter, sorry. I don't know, maybe move it over there somewhere. Let's see here. Still coming up. Can you see it yet? Not quite. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did last week when I recorded that first episode, 54-minute episode. Here comes the drill. Maybe not. Nope. Optical illusion. When I recorded that, there it is. I was using my phone's Wi-Fi, and there's the main drill, and it's done. So that is that. Now you want to be very careful because that is a shaft straight down. Let's get some torches in there so we don't get the same thing happening. There. I'll move that all over. Anything exciting doesn't look like it. I did get a iridium ore first time around, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Damn cactus. Let's just stare at it and I'll tell you a story about my internet. Yeah, so I was using my phone, and halfway through that recording, I got a text from my cell phone service provider saying that I'd reached my data limit and my speeds would be restricted. I do have unlimited data, but they do restrict your upload-download after it's either 5 or 10 gigs of data. So it was restricted, and I was getting pretty good before. I was probably getting, I don't know, maybe 40 kilobytes upload, maybe 200 down, maybe around there. I don't know. It fluctuated with usage. It seemed to be a little bit more during the evening, less during the day, which is to be expected. So that slowed it down a little bit. I was able to finish the recording though. It was laggy. Oh, I just hiccuped. It was laggy after that when they throttled it, but now, because the next day I went to internet service provider to get a Wi-Fi box to get a router or modem thing. So I got it, and I got the self-installation thing, and apparently they needed to come over and do something with the main phone boxes, like where I don't know, there's little boxes on every block that have, I'm not sure what's in them exactly, but it's like I'm sure it's like a control panel for the block of the phone lines, so you can control uh, different things. I don't know. And the guy said that they would probably be over right away to change that, which would enable me to get my router hooked up, but they didn't until the week after. So I had no Wi-Fi for 5 days, which I know it sounds sad that I'm complaining about that, but it's pretty tough to do anything, even Google something, when it takes a minute to load Google search, which is absolutely insane. The beginning, see what I thought, because I was still using my phone and I could play on here a little bit. It was very slow, but I could still play with relative ease. But what I noticed is that as time went on, it got slower and slower. So I'm not sure if they throttled me down with the more and more data that I used after my cap, or what, but it was painful. Like at the beginning, I could watch a YouTube video, but only at 144p. It did keep up, but it was only at that speed. And then, like, I just got it on Tuesday, yesterday, today's Wednesday, and I noticed by Sunday, Monday, I couldn't even Google anything. It wouldn't even load. It would time out. Google timed out for me, which I gotta say is the first time that's ever happened to me. And you don't know, how hard it is, how much you miss things like that until they're gone. Like having the ease of just to Google something or to look up a recipe, like you're gonna make dinner or something and you want to look up a recipe, and you can't do that. You just kind of feel isolated. And I'm sure there's older people that would say, like, just some youngin' kid who doesn't know how to have fun or whatever stereotypical thing that someone would say. But growing up as a 21st century child, you kind of you take those things for granted, and it's to good to see what it's like without. Scary, but it's interesting. Yeah, but now got Wi-Fi. I'm supposed to be getting around 500 kilobytes download, well, around 6,600 kilobytes download, and 64 kilobytes upload, which is shit upload. I hate how slow my upload speed is, because uploading a YouTube video, that'll take probably 3 hours for a 20-minute video. This one's probably going on half an hour, so it'll probably take me 6 hours all night to upload this, which sucks. But the neighborhood I'm in is scheduled to be upgraded to fiber optic internet, which boasts like 200 kilobyte upload speeds, and that's like starting out. That's the basic package, which I think would even be the same price as what I'm paying now, which is awesome. But that might not be for weeks. It might be 6 months down the line. I don't know. I wish it was sooner. I mean, I can't even imagine 200 kilobytes upload. It'd be sick. Sick. Can't wait. Screw this cactus, though. Holy shit. For real. Let's just try some bone meal, for God's sake. I just want to put that pipe on and end the episode there, just to prove that it works. Well, to prove to myself, I still don't believe that it'll fill up. I haven't used it yet. Come on now, grow a cactus. Son of a bitch. Should be able to do this with sugarcane and cactus. The two things that you can't. I don't know why. Huh. I wonder if there might be like a FTB block that oh oh hmm, that was fun. Um an FTB block like fertilizer or something that what the hell is that? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. Hmm. Um, there was a desert somewhere. I don't know where the hell it is. So, actually, here we go. I have an idea. We're gonna just go through the Mistcraft stuff here. Go over to Hoffy's area. He's got a desert nearby. No, this isn't right. Son of a bitch. This isn't right. Shit, that doesn't take me there. Huh. This is where he had his cactus farm. He moved from here, just over there, 500 meters away. It's a nicer area. There's hills and big ass volcano. Um, shit, I don't have a bed. Bad idea. And the only way I can get home is over there. Oh, is that desert? No, he does have a desert though. Just gotta do a bit of swimming, I guess. You know, the mobs on the mini-map that just appeared when I started recording, they were not, maybe I changed something, but they were not on there before. Don't have Optifine installed. Maybe that's it. Because I reinstalled the mod pack thinking it was that when it was my screen that was screwing up. Maybe Optifine screwed it up because Optifine does sometimes mess up certain mod things. Sometimes, not all the time. But you do get better. Jesus Christ, where is that? Must be a cave under there. That could be a spawner, actually. Let's take a quick look, get some light so you can see something here. Shovel is badass. I wonder if it places gravel too. Oh, here we go. Mm. It doesn't look like a spawner. Shoot. Just a bunch of zombies. Oh well. Let's grab some uranium. Nah. Nothing. Oh well. Let's head over here. There's a desert somewhere near his house. Near his house. Sounds really Canadian there. Hi. Canada. Alright. Where is it? Oh yeah, here's a... Up here is a... Did I notice that before? I wonder. This is the Xycraft. Oh, no, over here. Over here. You can see it on the mini-map, that little black donut with a brown middle. Let me up here. I wonder if it's been looted already. Probably has. The wisps are gonna spawn. Spiders coming at... Baby spider, what the hell? Oh, there's a tree over there. Son of a bitch. Looted. Alright, let's see if there's any... Yeah, it's been looted. Shit. Hoffy probably got it. Oh well. Let's keep going. Desert, desert, desert. Where is the desert? It was close to his house, but it's probably on the other side of it. Wow. Yeah, so I do have internet now, so this video should go up tomorrow, Thursday. It's probably getting on a half hour. I'd like to end it quick. If I could find some bloody cactus, we'll get that thing pumping up just to see if it actually does fill. If it does fill the tank, I want to see. Prove it. Start making up some more coal coke. Coal coke. Come on now. Yeah, his house is over here. Alright, come on now. There we go. Yeah, it's got a little wind turbine set up there. I guess as his one of his energy sources. I'm not sure though that that's the most efficient. I think they want space all around them to work. At least they did before. Desert this away, and then this volcano. And you know how these volcanoes spawn in here. They got one little trickle of lava running down one side, so I fixed that. And now, where is it? It's to the left. Yeah. Now the meanest badass volcano you've ever seen. And it's such a beautiful, like it spawned perfectly. Sometimes you see them just little flat fluffies. But this guy, whew, it's intimidating. There's some cactus. Alright, let's grab a few here. They haven't grown yet, so it doesn't look like he's spent any time over here. But it is a pretty big desert. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Go. Gotta get back home. Gotta get back. Gotta get back. Gotta get back home. 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 So we're gonna get back with the Mistcraft stuff, which if you don't know how to use it, it won't make any sense to you. From what I know is that Mist, which Mist, I don't know if it was called Mist just on its own or what, but was a series of comic books or books that is what this mod is based off of, I guess. It's somewhat similar. Whoop. Somewhat similar to the concept of this mod, where these pages allow you to go to different realms. We're home. Oh yeah, I guess, yeah, okay. I was gonna say that didn't make sense to me before, but now I get it. I understand why. Can I burn ladders? Can't burn a ladder? That's nuts. What else can I burn? I called my mining turtle Sudoku. I don't know why. Alright, let's get this. Let's get this. And we'll be done. Let's throw it on the ground first. Sure. There we go. Alright, let's have a nap so we don't get snuck up on. Snuck upon. Let's go down here. Little secret door. Alright, you go there. And turn on. And hope to God that yes, good. I was hoping that it would pump out the bottom of this guy. That is excellent. So this guy's filling up. Cool. That's pretty cool. Now what is this for? This must be for like a bucket or something. Something. I don't know what the hell this is. Neat little interface. But that'll pump for a while. Let's get a stack of coal in there going again. Ooh, there we go. There we go. So, oh, coal on its own produces 4,000 EU. Coke does 4 times as much. So this is definitely worth it. If you can make a coke oven, do it, do it. Because you will get 4 times the energy out of it for things like these. Boop. Just like that. Alright guys, So that'll do it for this episode. I'm gonna grow some cactus here before we lose a bunch. Alright, accidentally used them all. That'll take forever. Yeah, so next episode we'll probably talk about some of this Mistcraft stuff. I don't think I'll get into it yet. I want to get some ores situated and some food. I want to move this stuff, move the bees, and have this upper area for machines and stuff. And I think I'm going to make another terrace down here, probably on this level. I said terrace, not terrorist. This is a terrace, and then I'll probably just have like a pathway like this that joins them all. Something for a farm down there, something for bees. Maybe I'll put the bees on that island. I'm not sure, because this is a normal climate, which is good for most of these bees. That's something else we need to get into is bees, which isn't great to do on camera, but we can talk about it a little bit. Yes, I'm going to get hopefully a bunch of ores accumulated. And oh yeah, I also said that I wanted to put up a old-timey looking mining tower with like a rope and pulley kind of thing, and I think that these copper cables look pretty good as old ropes, so we probably will use those. Maybe next episode we'll do that. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. We'll fly by the seat of our pants. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you like the video. Subscribe for more videos. Like I said last week, it's almost become cliched, but I hope to get more regular with my scheduling. Yeah, I will see you in the next episode.